Okay, I think everybody joined. 19 have joined. Okay, give me a 2 minutes. सर लेक्चर चालू आहे, कॉल करते नंतर.
हा ठीक आहे ठीक आहे.
Okay, hope you have finished. So cos theta by 2 is equal to OC upon cos theta by 2 is equal to OC upon D by 2, and then OC is nothing but D by 2 minus small d, is it? D by 2 minus small d, then D by 2 minus D is equal to cos theta by 2 into D by 2. So I hope you have understood this derivation. D by 2 minus D is equal to cos theta by 2 into D by 2. So we can convert that equation in the form of D. D is equal to D by 2 minus D by 2 into cos theta by 2. Or we can go for further modification, that we will take D by 2 as a common. Then 1 minus cos theta by 2 will be the equation for the small d, that is depth of the sewer line when it is running partially full. Okay, so this is the equation we can use to determine the depth of flow. Now we'll go to see how we can find out the area, how we can go to find out the other parameters. Okay, or the R, that is the hydraulic mean depth. Small r is the notation we are going to use for this particular depth. Okay, now here, okay, so once again I have shown your, okay, we'll go to the next one. Now area, we want to calculate the area of that particular place where a particular depth where it is running full, where it is running partially full. So I have written area is equal to pi by 4 d square into theta upon 360 minus d by 2 into cos theta by 2 into d by 2 into sin theta by 2. So I will explain with figure. So see here. It is taking, every time it is taking time to get that Anand. Okay. Now see, here what we are finding out, small a as the area. Small a is equal to area. So how what is the area? Area is equal to usual equation we know. It is pi by 4 d square. Is it? Pi by 4 d square, and it has become a section. Is it? So we can calculate the area of section. We know the equation to determine the area of section, that is pi by 4 d square into 3 into theta upon 360. It is the into multiplied by theta upon 360. That equation you know. So that is pi by 4 into d square into theta upon 360. That we did. Now the next part, whether we want to take into consideration this area. So what is it required to take into consideration the area of triangle? No, it is not required to take into consideration the area of triangle. Why it is not required to take into consideration? Because we are focusing only this much area. So we have to subtract this area. How to subtract that area? These are the two triangles. So simply we can subtract these two areas by writing minus d by 2 into cos theta by 2 for one angle, and for my into d by 2 into sin theta by 2 for the another triangle. Is it? So this way we can find out the small area. Pi by 4 into d square theta upon 360, because it has become a section. Section area we can calculate with the help of this formula. But we cannot take that two triangles into consideration, because only the bottom part we have to take into consideration. So I have subtracted these two triangles by writing d by 2 into cos theta by 2 into d by 2 into sin theta by 2. I hope you understood this part. Okay, now we'll solve this further equation. Pi by 4 into d square theta upon 360 minus d square upon 4 into cos theta by 2 into sin theta by 2. Okay, now the next part, pi by 4 d square, we have taken into common. Okay, pi by 4 into d square, we have taken it out as a common. So what will remain in a first part, that is theta upon 360. So here I have written theta upon 360 minus d square by 4 is taken out, but pi is not present here. So we have to add the pi at the denominator, because here we have taken it at the numerator. Okay, so we should add that pi at the denominator. So I have added here minus cos theta by 2 into sin theta by 2 divided by pi. Okay, so this equation has been converted into this form. Further, I will solve this equation pi by 4 into d square, as it is common. सर माझं लेक्चर चालू आहे. माझं लेक्चर झालं की मी जयला फोन करायला लावते. सॉरी. ओके. Now pi by 4 into d square into bracket 360 theta upon 360 minus cos theta by 2 into sin theta by 2 upon pi. One more relation we are knowing about, cos theta by 2 into sin theta by 2. We can write it sin theta by 2. Okay, that relation you may be knowing. So I have written sin theta by 2 into 1 upon pi, or I can write it in the proper format. I should remove this part, whatever is the written part. Oh, eraser. Okay, now you can see here a final equation for small a cross-sectional area will be pi by 4 into d square into theta by 360 minus sin theta upon 2 pi. That is the equation, final equation. So you can write down this equation for finding out the area small a. Once you're done, please somebody write a message so I can start the next point. First, we have calculated depth at which the sewage is running. Second, we have derived equation to determine the area which is coming into consideration into picture when circular sewer is running at a particular depth, or in other way we can say at a partial full condition. Okay, now we have to determine the weighted perimeter P, small p. Okay, the way we have calculated derived equations for the when it is running full, these are very easy. That is, capital A is equal to pi by 4 d square, capital P is nothing but the pi d, and from that you can determine the hydraulic mean depth, the capital R is equal to d by 4. Is it? Capital A upon capital P is equal to d by 4. So same way we are going to determine now the weighted perimeter. So weighted perimeter small p is equal to, actually perimeter equation is pi d, but this is the perimeter of section, so we should multiply by theta upon 360. So I have written p is equal to pi d into theta upon 360. Are you getting? Pi d upon theta, pi d into theta upon 360. So from that we can determine the proportional perimeter. Proportional perimeter in the sense perimeter, weighted perimeter when the circular sewer is running partially full, that is small p, upon capital P when the sewer is running full, that is capital P. So small p upon capital P equation will be pi d into 3 theta upon 360 divided by pi into d. Okay, pi d gets cancelled, and the final equation for the proportional perimeter will be the theta upon 360. Okay, are you getting? I am trying to make you understand through these small pieces, because I don't have this facility to demonstrate the lecture through the board or like this. So I hope you are understanding. Okay, shall we move to the next point? Are you paying attention? Hope you people are paying attention. Now next factor we have to determine the hydraulic mean depth. Hydraulic mean depth, we have given the notation for partially full condition as small r. Small r is equal to small a upon capital small p. Is it? So small a equation we have derived in earlier slide, that is pi d square upon 4 into bracket theta upon 360 minus sine theta upon 2 pi. Is it? And divided by small p, what is the value? Small p also we have determined, and that is nothing but pi d into theta upon 360. So from that we can determine small r, that is pi d gets cancelled, d by 4 remains, then theta upon 360 upon theta upon 360 gets cancelled, so it becomes 1 minus sine theta upon 2 pi into 360 upon theta. Is it? So final that equation becomes r into d by 4 into bracket 1 minus 360 sine theta upon 2 pi theta. Okay, are you getting this? Hope you are understanding. So from that proportional hydraulic mean depth we can calculate that equation for proportional hydraulic mean depth. Proportional hydraulic mean depth is nothing but depth of sewer when it is running partially full and divided to the ratio to the depth of flow when it is running full. Okay, that is nothing but small r upon capital R. So value of small r recently we have determined, and that is nothing but d by 4 into bracket 1 minus 360 sine theta upon 2 pi theta divided by capital R. Value of capital R is the d by 4 we have calculated at the start. So d by 4 gets cancelled, and the final equation for the proportional hydraulic mean depth is 1 minus 360 sine theta upon 2 pi theta is the final equation. I hope you understood this step. And then copy this step. If you have question, you can write a message in a Dropbox. Okay, for the exam, none of the time it is asked to derive these equations, but these equations are required to solve the further problems. So you should understand how these equations has been derived. So that's why we are deriving it, and then we will solve the design problems on the same. Design problems are also very simple problems. Only thing you should remember the equations properly. Rather, I can say complicated problems are also there, but it is not being asked for the university examination. So we will take first university examination type of questions, and if you say, I will take some other examples to help you to understand little complicated problems. Okay, so once you've done, somebody can write message. Okay, shall I move to the next point? Now we have to find out the velocity. Velocity equation to determine by using the Manning's formula. Velocity of flow is nothing but V is equal to 1 upon N into R raised to 2 by 3 into S raised to half, where N is the Manning's coefficient applied for the partial flow condition, and if it is written capital N, it is applied for the condition when it is running full. Then into R raised to 2 by 3, small r is the hydraulic mean depth when it is running partially full. If it is written capital R, it will be at the condition of running full. Then S raised to 1 by 2. S is the slope or the gradient, we can say. It will remain constant for the both the condition, whether it is running full or whether it is running partially full. Is it? We are not going to change the gradient when it is running at different condition. Gradient will remain same. It is a constant. So S is nothing but the gradient when it is running full or as well as running partial full. Okay. Now proportional velocity we can calculate by writing small v upon capital V, and small v equation is 1 upon n into R raised to 2 by 3 into S raised to half, and for full capital V is equal to 1 upon capital N into capital R raised to 2 by 3 into S raised to 1 by 2. So if we will write that proportional velocity V upon capital V, we will get the equation capital N upon small n into small r upon capital R raised to 2 by 3. S raised to 1 by 2 will get cancelled in this equation, proportional velocity, because it is same. So it will get cancelled. So if n upon n is equal to 1, we are assuming that condition n upon n is equal to 1. Then in that case, small v upon capital V is equal to small r upon capital R raised to 2 by 3. Is it? So proportional velocity final equation will be r upon R raised to 2 by 3. But we have calculated equation for the small r upon capital R also earlier. So that equation is nothing but 1 minus 360 into sin theta upon 2 pi theta, and that is raised to 2 by 3. So this equation we have derived to find out the proportional velocity, that is small v upon capital V. Okay, you please copy this part. Velocity of flow. Are you done? Shall I go to the next point? Keep on talking in between. You are not restricted to stop talking. Of course, you should find the good situation to talk. Otherwise, somewhere else background music is going on and you are talking. So instead of your words, I may listen background music. So, and everybody will get disturbed. So that care only you take, and you can keep on talking. Okay. Otherwise, it will not. I'm not feeling that interactive session. Is it? You cannot imagine that some of the students are making complaints that we are getting with this kind of lectures, but you cannot imagine how much we are getting bored without seeing you people. We should deliver the lecture. You can imagine, is it? So पत्थर को पढ़ाना है ऐसा लगता है कभी कभी, फिर भी हम पढ़ाते रहते हैं, is it? So you should understand our condition also. कितना हेल्दी फील करते हैं हम लोग जब क्लास में रहते हैं, तो एक दूसरे को देख कर पढ़ाते हैं, बात करके पढ़ाते हैं, किसी के इमोशंस, किसी के कुछ भी चलता है तो दिखाई देता है। आप कोई कुछ भी इमेजिन नहीं कर सकते। आप लोग मुंह बनाते रहे होंगे मेरे पीछे, वहाँ क्या पढ़ा रही है, बोर कर रही है, ऐसा वैसा, फिर भी हम पढ़ाते रहते हैं। So I received a message that you have finished. I was just joking, making you alive. जब पढ़ाते हैं तो सो नींद आने लगती है, जब पढ़ाना बंद करते हैं तो नींद खुल जाती है, इसलिए आई वाज जस्ट किडिंग एंड गोइंग अदर वे। ओके, विल नाउ वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट द डिस्चार्ज। डिस्चार्ज, द नोटेशन इज गिवन स्मॉल q. Discharge equation you know, that is A into V. If it is the discharge when it is running full, that time capital Q is equal to capital A into capital V. Okay, now here finding out the discharge of when it is running partially full. So in that case, small q is equal to small a into small v. Okay, now you can consider capital N upon N is equal to 1. Then the proportional discharge small q upon capital Q is equal to small a into small v divided by capital A into capital V. So A upon A into, now it is further segregated. Small a upon capital A into small r upon V. What is the equation for V upon V? It is r upon r raised to 2 by 3. Recently we have calculated in this earlier slide. Is it? Small r upon capital R is the equation for small v upon capital V. Small r upon capital R raised to 2 by 3 is the equation. So it is further segregated, small a upon capital A into small r upon capital R raised to 2 by 3. And both the equations we are knowing. Is it? Small q. So we'll go to solve for the small q upon capital Q is equal to small a upon capital A is the equation derived by us, and that is nothing but theta upon 360 minus sin theta upon 2 pi. Is it? Then small r upon capital R equation also derived by us, and that is 1 minus 360 sin theta upon 2 pi theta. तुम्ही तुमच्या नोटबुक मध्ये पाठीमागे बघत चला, म्हणजे तुम्हाला ती लिंक लागत चालेल. इज इट? मी जे म्हणते की पाठीमागच्या स्लाइड मध्ये तुमच्या समोर आहे ती नोटबुक, अख्खं इक्वेशन तुमच्या समोर आहे. सो यू कॅन कीप ऑन वॉचिंग. इज इट? देन 1 minus 360 sin theta upon 2 pi theta raised to 2 by 3. Now q upon capital Q is equal to, further it is solved solved by taking out a common factor as theta upon 360. So the first factor becomes 1 minus sin theta into 360 upon 2 pi theta. Is it raised to 5 by 3. आता हे एकदम शॉर्ट मध्ये सॉल्व केलंय. तुम्हाला पाहिजे असेल तर ते एलॅबोरेट करून सांगू शकते. अदरवाइज you try at your level and then let me know whether the same equation you are getting or not. Theta upon 360 minus sin theta upon 2 pi, another bracket 1 minus 360 sin theta upon 2 pi theta. Solve this equation and check whether the same equation you are getting, that is theta upon 360 into bracket 1 minus 360 sin theta upon 2 pi theta raised to 5 by 3. You please try and then let me know. Then we'll go to C for variable values, that is Q upon Q is equal to. Here we have assumed the condition n upon n is equal to 1. Is it? If the variables are getting changed, then in that case you should write the equation for Q upon Q is equal to n upon n into bracket a upon a into r upon r raised to 2 by 3. Okay, so at both conditions you can take the two different equations, but now time being you check whether Q upon Q equation is getting the same when you will solve it. Are you getting the same equation? Somebody can drop it into message box or somebody can talk. Friends, I am waiting whether you are solving or sleeping. Or shall I assume that you have solved? Okay, if you are facing problem or not solved, I hope it is not that much difficult to solve, but still we'll discuss in the next lecture. If you are not done, you can write me a message. I will solve it and display here in the presentation itself. Okay, so we'll move to the next point now. That is, these are the different equations we have derived. Now we can solve the examples. Okay, now write down the problem. A very simple problem we'll go for first. That is, calculate velocity of flow and discharge in a sewer of circular section having diameter of 1 meter laid at a gradient of 1 in 500. Use Manning's formula by taking n is equal to 0.012 and assume that sewer is running half of full. Write down this formula in your notebook. Okay, one thing I would like to give you an information that university, that you know that we have started the classes, online classes, but it was not mandatory from the university. But now the universities, now university is making it mandatory because the symptoms are like this. We may not be able to start the physical college in a short period of time. So they are taking step towards to conduct this semester online itself. So you may have to face the exam offline, but you have to learn online. So take it serious, and those your friends are not attending, ask them to attend. So we can go for the exams, though it is online, though it is offline. Have you copied now? What is the given data? Calculate. What is asked? Calculate the velocity of flow. Small velocity of flow, that is V, is asked to determine, and discharge Q in a sewer of section having diameter of 1 meter. Capital D is given to you 1 meter. Is it? Now write down capital D is equal to 1 meter. Laid at a gradient of 1 in 500. So S is given to you 1 upon 500. Write down S is equal to 1 upon 500. Now use Manning's formula by taking N. N is given to you, capital N is equal to 0.012. Is it? So 0.012. Assume that sewer is running half full. Now we saw the condition when it is running full, and we saw the condition when it is running partially full. So this example is running half full. Okay. So we'll solve this example. So diameter D, capital D is equal to 1 meter. Slope S is given 1 upon 500. N is given 0.012. And now you have to determine the velocity and discharge. Okay. So what is the equation to find out the velocity? V is equal to 1 upon N into R raised to 2 by 3 into S raised to half. Means what you will have to calculate first, a small r. Is it? Now sewer is running half full. Actually I have written here full, but it should be half full. Correct it please in your notebook. Important updates are pending. Remind me later. Okay. Sewer is running full. Okay, half full. It should be written as sewer is running half full. So at that condition, small d upon capital D is equal to 0.5. Because why it is 0.5? Because your diameter is 1. Is it? So that becomes d upon d is equal to 0.5. That means small d is equal to 0.5 capital D. So in that condition, you can imagine that it is running half full. Means what angle will be developed? In earlier figure, we have taken angle. Is it? So if it is running half full, what angle will develop? It will develop as 180-degree angle. Is it? So small a is equal to 1 upon 2 into pi by 4 into d square. बरोबर आहे. आपण जर कॅपिटल ए काढत असतो तर पाय बाय 4 डी स्क्वेअर केला असता. स्मॉल ए काढत असतो तर जे वरती थिटाने डिराइव्ह केलेलं इक्वेशन आहे ती घेतलं असतं. पण इथं हाफ फुल कंडिशन आहे. सो सिम्पली वी आर टेकिंग 1/2 इज द हाफ and then pi by 4 into d square. So that equation becomes pi by 8 into d square. Now perimeter. What will be the perimeter? P is equal to pi d into theta upon 360. But here what is the theta? Theta is 180. So what will happen? Again 1/2. So that's why for A also, for calculating A, we have taken 1/2 directly. So here P is equal to pi d into 180 upon 360. And that equation becomes pi d upon 2 for the small p. And for small a, it becomes pi by 8 into d square. So final equation for R, that is R upon R is equal to A by P is equal to pi by 8 into d square into 2 upon pi d. That means these values we have put. And final equation we are getting d by 4. But what is the d given in this example? D is given to you as 1. Is it? So 1 upon 4 is equal to, it becomes 0.25 meter as a small r, hydraulic mean depth when it is running half full. Now hence you can determine V, small v is equal to 1 upon n. Value of n is given to you 0.012. And r, small r we have determined, and that is 0.25 raised to 2 by 3 into s. S is given to you. It is 1 upon 500 already given to you in an example. So from that you can calculate small v, and here I have calculated it. It is 1.4 into 1.479 meter per second. You should not forget to write down the unit for the answer. Okay, it is the velocity, so it is the meter per second. Now Q is equal to A into V. That is the standard equation. What is the formula for A? A is equal to pi by 8 into d square. D is the 1 meter and V is the, we have calculated 1.479. So from that you can find out the discharge. So both the questions are solved here. First is asked to determine the velocity and second is asked to determine the discharge. Discharge is 0.581 meter cube. Is it? So those who have not copied, I will display the first slide and then second slide. So copy it. I hope we are getting disconnected. We need to get it reconnected. Less than 1 minute is remained over here. So copy this first slide. Then I will display the second slide where we have determined small discharge as well as